Hi, Julie here again. This week's Sunday Snippet, I'm going to go through how to create an action in Photoshop. Maybe you've never heard of an action, or maybe you've bought actions but you didn't really know what they did. So you can find your action panel either up here with this little arrow, or if it's not there, you go into Windows and click on Actions and it will put it up there. So I have quite a few different actions. If you drop down here, these are my actions that I use all the time. And what they are, actions are a group of functions that you regularly do in Photoshop. You set up an action so that with one button, Photoshop will do everything for you. For instance, eye highlights, it makes a new layer, sets it to overlay, does everything that I want it to do, and it pops it in there. I also have some cinematic toning that I do, which makes multiple layers and set to multiple things so that it will just pop through. So what I'll do is I'll come back down here and I'll click Cinematic 2 so that you can see what it does. So essentially what it did was it put in 3 different color lookup tables. It has set them to, for instance, this one soft light at 20%, same with this one. This one it's set to normal at 20%, and this is just a color fill which it's set to exclusion at 20%. So this is a regular toning that I do to my images. So instead of having to do all those steps, I can just click one button. I can then change these if I want to, but essentially they're set up just the way I like them. So same again with my dodge and burn, eye highlights and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of this. Now, to make your own actions, it's actually really quite easy. Just come into here and you hit New Action and it asks you what you want to call it. Now I'm just going to do an eye highlight, but I'm going to do a second one because I've already got one there. So eye highlights 2, and it's putting it in Julie's stuff, which is exactly where I want it to. I can change the color of it and make it function keys and things like that, but no, I just want to hit record. So all I have to do now, because it is recording, is I'm going to create a new layer and I'm going to set that to overlay mode, and I want that set to 50% grey, and click OK. So now what I want to do is I want to come in to and make sure that my dodge tool is set. I've got it set to mid-tones at 20%, and that's pretty much all I want my highlight layer to do. So I'm going to hit stop, and there it is there. So anytime now I want to do a highlight, I just click that and I just hit play, and it automatically does that. I'm switched to my brush, everything's set to how I want it. So then I can just go in and do a dodge and burn on her face. So anything that you do regularly, if there's something that you do to all your images, whether it's, you know, putting a layer over the top or anything like that, you can set an action up for it. They're really quite simple. Some people have some really amazing actions that are quite in depth and have lots and lots and lots and lots of steps to them. And they stop and start and they have text that comes up and all the rest of it, and they are fabulous. But what we're doing are just quick little easy actions to make your life a little bit easier. So thanks for watching, and bye for now.